Welcome to your doom. Shut it and get over here. Massive uppercut!
Hello and welcome to another edition of the JabJab Show. Today, this is my third video in my short series of video shops, or shops that used to be video shops back in the day. Now, as the thumbnail suggests, I don't remember the name of this video shop. I did a little search on the internet, don't know what it is. So the road this video shop was on is Lisbon Lane in Offerdon, Stockport. So everyone knows of that area from back in the early 90s or so. I'm not sure when it closed. Ceased to be a video shop and became, I'm guessing, what it is now. Yeah, maybe. Just comment below in the comment section what it's called and so forth. So here's a video of me standing out what I believe was the video shop. The reason I say I believe, because I can't. It's one of 2 or 3 other shops in a row here. I do remember the door of the shop being on the left, and as you walk in, they had a Street Fighter 2 arcade cabinet on the right, on the opposite corner of the shop, which was, a big deal. We're talking early 91, 92 time. Street Fighter 2, obviously that was really popular in here and across the world, So it was a big deal, going in there. That's the only video shop I knew that had an actual arcade game there, and being Street Fighter 2 and all, which is really good. Now the where this video shop was about 5-minute walk from my school. I did a video of my school recently. 5-minute walk from there. So in high school, you were allowed out if you wanted to go out to various shops to buy stuff and things and what have you. So this video shop was a natural place for us to me and my friends to gravitate to because of the things on display, and also obviously Street Fighter 2 was a big deal. Not only that, I never had a membership at this video shop, but I know this was the video shop that I saw the first Mega Drive game in action. I didn't mention this on my 25 years of me having a Mega Drive. That video is in my Mega Drive playlist. I might put a link down at the bottom down below. But that game was Wrestle War. Okay, so it's not Hulk Hogan. It looks like Hulk Hogan, but it's not. Now, as I say, this is the first Mega Drive game I saw in action. In the flesh, so to speak. I've seen screenshots of this, Mega Drive and Master System and so forth in magazines and catalogs and so forth, but in action. And it's about the time when me and my friends and people at school we deciding that Christmas, maybe, can't remember what time of year this was when I saw it, but that Christmas was like, are we getting a Mega Drive or a Master System kind of thing. This game sold it. You might think, in the grand scheme of things, in terms of the Mega Drives and the Mega Drive games and so on, this isn't considered one of the better ones, but it was just such a step up, because at the time I had a Spectrum 128K plus 2, and all the technology, what that can do and so on. This looks miles and miles ahead, and this convinced me that I really want a Mega Drive. There's other games now before then, which I'll get onto in this video, that convinced me further. I think I just saw the track screen. They had a TV in the top right corner on the far end where the counter was. Now, what you could do at this video shop, as I said, I didn't have a membership. I didn't have to take any films out or anything like that. But what you could do is hire out a Mega Drive, and maybe even the other systems and whatever. I'm not too sure, but I knew definitely you could hire out a Mega Drive for £10 over the weekend or a couple of nights or whatever it was. And my uncle did that. So we'll go around his house. He lived on the estate, which is about literally about 2 minutes walk from the estate starts about 2 minutes walk away from the video shop. He lived on there at the time. He would rent one out because he didn't have one at the time, a Mega Drive. Neither did I, as I say. And he'd get things like Altered Beast, Golden Axe. He probably got out as well. Maybe other games, I'm not too sure, but this is the one that I fell in love with. this game, Ghouls and Ghosts. I've not played this on. I never played this on the arcade. I played Ghosts and Goblins on the arcade. I knew of Ghouls and Ghosts. I saw screenshots for the Spectrum version. This blew my mind. When I saw it, this is absolutely amazing. This made me think. Okay, I've seen Wrestle War. I've seen Golden Axe. I've seen Altered Beast. Yeah, apart from Golden Axe, Altered Beast and Wrestle War aren't really the popular, I guess, to a point. But certainly Altered Beast, because it is the original packing game for the Mega Drive. But they weren't kind of like, for me anyway, they weren't like showstoppers. They weren't the ones that, even at the time, they weren't the ones that like highlighted the true power of the Mega Drive. This game, in particular, did. The first level, very reminiscent of Ghosts and Goblins. It's the third level that got me. The third level of this game. I'd not seen anything like this before. It's it might sound a bit quaint nowadays, with your speech and your 40 plus hour gameplay and multiple cameras and characters and all the things that are like modern gaming. But this is the first time I saw a video game scroll upwards. Sounds ridiculous. Maybe now, I don't know. Because traditional platformers like run and gun games, either left to right or right to left. And, it would scroll upwards or downwards now and again when you climbed a ladder or went down a ladder, or fell down somewhere or whatever. But this third level, which it not only scrolled upwards, it also had the power like scrolling. When the foreground is moving at a pace and the background is moving independently at a different pace to appear to give the game depth. It's I'd never seen that before in a video game. This is back in 1991. This game, incidentally, it's weird that both of these are Japanese games. We've got quite a few Japanese games on the Mega Drive. They work on the PAL systems, maybe the NTSC ones, not too sure. You have to cut out the little corners of the cartridge port in order to fit them in a slightly different size. So the third level, I fell in love with it. And there's this game more than any other at the time that made me want to I need one of these. Now at the time, this was £45 or something. This was a big deal. This was like, you got to think like back in the day, as well as a young teenager, believe it or not, having pocket money, which didn't touch the price of these games. £45, 40 quid, 35, that kind of price range, and we'd get a few quid, for a week, at least in my personal thing. But that's why I guess I part exchange so many times. I bought this. I remember buying this for £3 from a shop, which I might do a video on old video game shops from back in the day and stuff. I might do one of them. I'll mention this maybe. £3. You're not gonna get this for £3 probably ever again. But this is the one game. Obviously, this is the keeper. This is one I'm never gonna get rid of. Never part exchange. Obviously now it's not really a thing. Certainly for Mega Drive games to part exchange. But yeah, just want to highlight that. And the video shop, as I say, if you know the name of it, by all means, let me know of it. Yeah, so that's basically the story of this video shop for me personally. It's more like, mainly for games and stuff. Obviously being a video shop, I'll notice some videos on there. But at the time, I was big into the, video games, and it's a couple of pivotal things happened. I didn't mention the Wrestle War story on on me 25 years of having a Mega Drive video, which again I'll put down in the comments down below anyway. I don't know what you call that little bit between the comment section on the video. That bit anyway, I don't know. In my notes, whatever. And obviously the Ghouls and Ghosts, and obviously the only video shop I knew that had an actual arcade cabinet in there. Now I've got 2 more video shops to cover in videos, as and when. So and those 2 like for me are just mainly for films kind of thing. So this that kind of just is the third and final video shop that I had video game connections with, if that makes sense. I don't know. So if you have any anecdotes of any video shops you grew up with, going to, and so forth, any rituals, any odd rituals perhaps, when you're looking for films, and what would you look for? Any games you got from video shops which just blew your mind, or you had a moment where it suddenly, a certain game changed the way you looked at video games and things like that, much like my Girls and Ghosts kind of thing. I will want to do a video on all these games that I'm highlighting here and so forth, as and when. If you want me to, drop a line down there, and I'll certainly consider them. So yeah, that's about it now for this video shop video. So yeah, drop us a line, just comment down below and all that, and like, subscribe and comment and tell your friends and everything. And in the words of the new Cyrus, it's in the word.